another Loc Talk. I know it's been a while. You guys been like, where's the Loc Talk? Where's the Loc Talk? But it's here. We're back. But wanted to introduce you to my client, Kristen.
Hello.
So we're going to talk about her lock journey and just what her experience has been with the locks. So, yes, we're happy to be back. So, Kristen, go ahead and tell me. Well, I know we started your locks.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last year?
It was, yeah. So I just had my 1-year lock anniversary on August 21st.
Okay,
so I literally just hit a year last month.
Okay, yes, happy lock-anniversary. That is interesting because, yeah, I do remember. I didn't even realize it was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, everybody got locked during the pandemic. Everybody got locked. I guess they were like, well, I can't do nothing else. I'm locked.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to go.
You ended up getting Microlocs.
Yes.
Is there a reason why you got Microlocs over Sisterlocs or any other type of locks, traditional locks or anything like that?
So yeah, I knew I didn't want the traditional locks because I didn't want to deal with the twist and palm roll. I didn't want to do that. Okay. I didn't want to deal with the product buildup. I really wanted to be able to like wash my hair whenever I wanted to.
Okay.
That was really important to me. So I was really between Sisterlocs and Microlocs. I knew I wanted interlocks, and so the reason I decided on Microlocs is because I didn't want to have to come as frequently as you have to come with Sisterlocs. Okay. So I love the ability to be able to go a longer length of time in between, and also I was thinking like, who knows what'll happen? Maybe I knew I wanted to definitely come and get reties with you for at least the first couple of years till they're good and established, but I wanted the option to be able to learn to do it myself. Yeah, so I knew if I had 600 locks, that wasn't gonna happen. So, and to be quite honest, it probably still won't happen, but at least I have the option.
You have the option. Less locks to maintain.
Yes,
definitely.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when you actually counted them for me when I first got them.
I did?
You did. I
okay,
had
that's
200.
rare because I usually don't count it for people.
Yeah. Because I wanted to know. You were like, oh yeah, I'll count them for you. I had 280 locks to start. And I think since that time, you added one. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you almost at 300. Girl,
Yeah.
you're not too far from Sisterlocs, girl.
Yeah.
Another 100, you'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's awesome. Now, did you always wanted your hair locked or?
So I was interested. I went natural in 2010 from the perm, and I just did the big chop, went natural. And my natural journey, though I enjoyed it, I enjoyed the natural element. Mm-hmm. It was tough because my hair is beautiful, but it's very kinky. It's a beautiful challenge. And so my hair gets really dry.
That is beautifully said. A beautiful challenge.
Yeah. I'm like, let me be honest. Like, I love my hair, but it is challenging. It's a challenging texture of hair for me to deal with. So, I love my hair, what it looked like when it was natural. So often I was not satisfied because I would do like a twist out or something, and it would last like, if it wasn't completely dry, it would be frizzy as soon as I took it out. But if it was dry, it would last maybe 2 days max, and then that was it. And so I was working with that, but as Pauline knows, you all know, I have 3 kids. I had twins that just turned 4 and then a baby that just turned 3. So really quickly in the last few years, my life has been, my family expanded really quickly, and then it's just been a really demanding season, and my hair just was a huge obstacle. It's like so often I wanted to feel put together and feel like I look nice, but my hair really, on top of all the other new mom things, body image issues and whatever, I think my hair was just really becoming a source of stress and a source of me like lacking confidence. On top of that, I have 2 girls. So of my 3 kids, 2 are girls. So now I have to maintain their hair. And I think that's when I started more seriously thinking about locking my hair, because I was like, I have 3 babies and I want my hair to not take up the same amount of time as caring for kids do.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what kind of led me to my decision. I would say one of the things that most led me to it, but also wanting to get healthier. I noticed that my hair was a huge obstacle there as well because I sweat a lot in my hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, with natural, it was always like, okay, I got some twist in my hair because I want to be cute tomorrow. So I can't exercise tonight. I need to wait until I take my hair down. So it was always something that kept me from exercising. So though it's not shining through yet because sister's got to get her nutrition together, I have been the most consistent with my exercise habit since I got locks. Like I exercise pretty much 5 days a week.
That's awesome.
And I can do it whenever.
And with 3 kids.
Yeah, and I don't have to worry about my hair. So I knew it was an obstacle before, but I think after seeing how consistent I've been with exercise and how much I actually I really enjoy exercise. It makes me feel so much better. I know that would not be the case had I not locked my hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. So since you've been locked, what have been some of the challenges, if any?
When I first got them, so I walked in the door. My husband, he would like look at the pictures and be like, I'm not sure if I like locks, but usually he doesn't really like styles I get until I wear it for a while. But he's like, oh, I really like that. So even though he wasn't like a fan before I got him, I was like, it'll grow him, it'll be fine. And it has. Like now he really likes my locks. But when I walked in the door from getting them, I remember he looked at me and he was like, oh, that's interesting. That hurt my feelings so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, he hates it. He thinks I'm ugly. And so I would say that was a challenge, like the first couple of weeks with them. I didn't think they looked like, I expected worse. Like I just bottomed out my expectation. Like if it looks horrible at first, I'll just have that expectation so I'm not disappointed. So I was pleasantly surprised when I got them that I didn't look like a chicken. And so, so I would say just adjusting to a new look. Anytime you do something new, you have to make the adjustment. But otherwise, honestly, I literally have nothing but good things to say. I have not had any challenges. I never had any slippage or any issues. Because I told y'all I got this Mother Africa hair that's very thick and kinky, and so it really held on to my locks really well. So I haven't had any issues.
That is cool. Yeah. So would you say you started noticing your hair locking like within a couple of first few months, or because some people hair takes longer, but you referred to that your hair is thicker, kinkier, so do you feel like it locked quicker? I do. I feel like it started to lock quicker, especially in the back.
It thickened up really quick. Like I feel like when I came back to my first follow-up, which was like 8 weeks out, you were like, oh yeah, I can tell a difference. And I could too. Like I took some side-by-side shots and I could see very quickly that my hair had gotten thicker and was just really taking form. So yeah. Okay,
because I think we stopped bundling early with your locks too. Yeah. Because I don't remember bundling your hair too long. It was shortly after. Okay. How did you wear your hair prior to locking it?
I usually did twist outs, or I did just twists. I would like do 2-strand twists all over and wear it like that. Or my favorite natural style is a part with those 2 flat twists, one on this side, one on this side. I wear that a lot.
I think everybody did that because I did that. I had 3 styles: the 2 twists coming into a bun in the back, a whole bun, or a twist out.
Yeah, exactly, same. So prior to that, though, when I was having my babies, so that was like had my babies, tired of braids. When I was pregnant with my twins, and the whole time I got pregnant with my 3rd daughter 3 months postpartum with my twins, so it was a long season of pregnancy. I wore crochet braids like all the time. I wore it the whole time, and I was thinking that I was protecting my hair and keeping myself from having to worry about my hair. But I remember when I stopped wearing them, I had gone to like get a trim, and the lady was like, your hair, like I can see where the crochet was being pulled through your hair, and she was just telling me how damaged it was. And I was like, okay, well, this is not gonna work. I already knew. I had college and graduate school was my weave phase where I would get sew-ins, and I had already experienced what I knew that I didn't like about that was not being able to touch my scalp, not being able to wash my hair as frequently as I wanted to, because again, I sweat in my hair a lot and I like to do active things. And so I knew that the weave wasn't the plan for me, and so I thought braids was it, but then that was damaging. So the natural was difficult because, or loose natural was difficult because of the frizziness and not being able to hold on to my twist out look. So I really, this is the best. There's nothing else that has been better than this. And I really feel like this is the best place for my hair to be. Yeah.
So do you have any advice you would tell anyone who is considering locks?
I would say,
because I know you said earlier all women should be locked.
I know, yeah. I would say do it, sis. Go ahead and do it. Take the leap. Like, I think we so often in our culture, it's easy to like look at the beauty standards, and a lot of times that's what holds us back, is because we don't see a lot of representation in the media of people who rock locks. You just don't see it as much. And so even when you see natural hair on TV or whatever, it's a certain type and texture of natural hair. So I think it's just, there's some barriers we have to overcome to take the leap. But I think it's beautiful. Like everyone I see when I come in here and happen to see somebody else who's finishing up, or when I see people out, I'm just like, wow, it's so beautiful. And it feels like we are I think we have the freedom to make whatever hair decisions we want to. But I think that so often we allow the standards to not let us get locks. But when I do see women kind of embrace themselves and their natural hair in that way, it makes me happy, because I know I have experienced the freedom that comes from just going for it and being who God created me to be, and wearing my hair in a way that I feel like God is looking at me like, you figured it out, girl. Like that's how I wanted you to look. Like I do. I feel like this is how God envisioned me looking, the way I would wear my hair. So I would say go for it. I would say do your research. Like I spent a lot of time looking at people, locticians, looking at what their clients had to say. My next door neighbor referred me to Pauline, and I started looking at her stuff and looking at her social media. And I think personal recommendations are good. So if you're watching this and you don't know anybody that goes to Pauline, let me tell you what I appreciate, which is what my neighbor said, was that she's efficient and she's great. Like great personality, efficient, and skilled at what she does. That's so true. So I would say definitely go to someone who it's not going to take so much time, unless you're up for that. For me, I got 3 kids. I got 3 kids. I can't spend 4 or 5 hours. Yeah. So that has been such a huge blessing to be able to so quickly get in and out. And also, I do view this time that I get to spend here as like girlfriend time, because she does have such just a kind and approachable kind of disposition, and we have good seriously, we have good conversations. So I feel like I'm coming to visit my friend while also getting my hair done. So it just works out. So I would say find a loctician who works fast, who's skilled, who has good customer service, and who knows about locks, who knows how to look at kind of the health and care of your locks. But most importantly, I say take the leap, because you won't regret it. Like you'll feel like, man, I wish I had started them sooner. I just highly doubt that you would regret your decision.
That's awesome. And I wanted to kind of circle back to something you said. I know some people have thought about wanting locks or, different things like that. And people will say, oh, girl, your curls are too this or too that to get locks. And I don't know, I'm about to make up a word here, but you know how you got colorism? I feel like you got curlism.
Yeah, you're right.
Because some people, it's just like, this type of curls is seen more appropriate or acceptable than others. And so it's just, if you're thinking about it and you have someone in your ear talking about, oh girl, your curls are so pretty.
Right, yeah.
So like these beautiful babies. Yeah. And it's just like, her curls aren't,
ringlets
or what they call it, the threes and the twos.
Right. Yeah.
Some of y'all like to go by these number charts, which means nothing to me. But some people will say, oh girl, you got that kinky hair, you can go lock it, but some people can't lock it. And we have to be careful that we're not having those curlism views, making people feel certain ways about their curls, or their curls can only do this if you have this type of curl. If you have that type of curl, don't do it. Or because I do hear people say that, oh girl, don't do it. You got these pretty curls.
That's a good point.
So it goes back to representation. Y'all know I'm a big fan of everybody's hair is beautiful. Everybody's curls are beautiful. Yeah. They may look different. Heck, on one head, the curls will look different. Some of y'all, the nape is usually tighter than the top. It's going to be a looser curl. And it's not something that happens over time. I really believe it's something you're born with, because my son, curls are tight in the back, loose in the front. My daughter, tight in the back, loose in the front. So it's not, I think it's just something, and they're only like 1 and 3. So it's just something that's just how our hair, but on one head, you can have so many different curl pattern. Yeah. So therefore, because you have so many different curl patterns, your locks on one head
can look so different.
Different. So that is why, yes, it is possible to have different locking patterns in your head, because you have different curl patterns in your head. It is possible to, and that's why sometimes the top takes a little bit longer to lock than the bottom, because the bottom curls are typically tighter, so those will lock quicker than the top. So there's so many different things. Yeah. So we don't want to talk about our curls, because then you got some of those curls in your head and you don't want part of your head feeling a certain way.
Right. We're better than you.
Look at you over here. I'm better. You know, it's not one better over the other. Yeah. So.
Oh, the other thing I was gonna say, and I talked a little bit about like my personal benefits, but I feel like when I think of all the things that we want to do, like so many things, everybody, like there's so many things that we could spend our time on, that maybe we spend more time on our hair than we want to. Like maybe we would read more books, or maybe we would start researching how to start a business, or spending time with the people in our household, whatever. So if time is a factor and you find yourself spending a lot of time on hair and you're considering locks, I would say that has been such a gift to me, like being given back that time every week that I spent on my hair. It's been great.
Yeah, that's cool. And I mean, and for some people, being in their hair every 2 seconds is therapy. Yeah, some people love to do their hair. I love to do people's hair. I don't necessarily like to do my hair. Oh, girl, if I gotta do my hair, I'm like, Yeah. I do enjoy the days that, now that I'm locked, I do enjoy my wash days and my, hair routine days. But prior to that, who got time to be sitting down detangling locks and doing all this other stuff? I didn't enjoy all of that. So yeah, sometimes it can rob you of your time. And it will free up a lot of your time if that's something you're considering. Yeah. So, but that's awesome. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to share with our viewers?
I would say you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see them grow. And I'm really just excited for the journey of locks. And I think I use that word so intentionally because I realized that this is a journey. So I see my hair a year out, but I'm thinking like, wow, what will it look like getting to 2 years or 3 years? Like, what will my hair has never been long. Like, my hair is very thick and coarse, but it is also very fragile. And so it breaks easily. So my hair, the longest has been is shoulder length. So I'm curious to see if it will, you know, get past that. And
it will.
Maybe it'll get bra strap length. And I really be feeling myself.
It will go as long as you let it go.
Yeah. So seeing that journey is amazing. And I truly view it as also like a spiritual journey because, you know.
Locks and guides.
Yeah. It reminds me that life is a journey, and anywhere I want to grow, like I want to see the potential of my hair growth, and in my life I want to see the potential of my purpose and my impact and my health and all these different things. So I think seeing my hair in the mirror every day in locks kind of reminds me that I'm on a journey to be compassionate towards myself, to allow things to unfold with intentionality. Like, I have to be intentional about my hair, but I can also just enjoy the fact that I'm growing and I'm transitioning, and maybe this one is doing something a little funky that I don't like, but learning to embrace every part of my hair has also been reflective of me embracing every part of myself and every part of how God is at work in my life. So yeah, I would say that's pretty much it.
So do you feel like your locks has enhanced your personal and spiritual journey as far as your mindset?
Yeah, I do because I'm a Christian. I identify as a Christian, and I think with my locks, I noticed that I am a person who likes to be at the end. I like the results, just in general. So getting locks, I knew that it was going to have to be a journey, and I wasn't going to start in a place where I ultimately want to be. And so just that reminder has helped me to just embrace how God is at work in my life, because so often I can get discouraged, or I can just quit things or feel kind of procrastinate because I know that I'm going to have to start as a beginner, and I'm going to have to start kind of in this training season, which I don't like. That's uncomfortable for me to not be able to trust myself, but instead have to trust God. And so that's been good. It's been, I think,
goes along with the
it's
in the process of life.
It really does. It really does. Like, it's crazy that something like hair can be linked into your experience of God and your relationship with Him. But for me, that has been the case.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's deep. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's deep, because you think, oh, it's just hair, but hair is everything. Hair is therapy. Hair is self-confidence. Hair is you know how we are about our hair. If our hair ain't right, nothing ain't right.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
But that's amazing to be able to be on that journey, and you can correlate your relationship with God with your relationship with your hair. You know,
and I can embrace what He's given me. Like, I think I love, as Black women, we have the ability to switch it up whenever we want.
We sure do.
We can lay it down and get some tracks in. We can wear a wig. We can get braids. We can throw it out. I love that we can do all these different things. And I think with locks, it's me embracing, like, this is what God gave me to work with. So I love that I can just look at it and feel like it's beautiful, and feel like, I think of Psalms 139, it talks about how we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and God knew us when He formed us in our mother's womb, and how He knows exactly how many hairs I have in my head. So I got 281 locks. He knows that, but He knows how many hairs are intertwined in that. So I love that, I can just embrace that it's not by accident. It's not something to compare and then feel negatively about what I have, but he's giving everybody what they should have. This is what he's giving me, and it is beautiful. And to like see my hair the way, with the intention that he created it with, like, wow, that's beautiful. That's why I gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Is there any way that our viewers can connect with you?
So
Y'all, she's working on a podcast.
I am. I'm trying.
Y'all see all this wonderful knowledge she's sharing. Like, I can't wait till this podcast comes.
So yeah, another thing I've been procrastinating about is starting a podcast. The podcast will be called Acacia. Acacia is a type of tree, and it really boils down to like, acacia tree is very strong. It grows. It sustains in the desert. So if you know the Lion King, the tree that all the animals wanted that lives, yes, that is an acacia tree, and it's really cool because it grows in the desert, and it can sustain, like, no matter how much heat, how dry it is, how many storms come, it can sustain, and that's because it sends its roots down very deep. And it has the ability to access like the underwater the underground water supply. And so that's the name of the podcast, because for me it has the idea of being deeply rooted in God. Wow. And kind of growing in my faith to trust God, and because of that being able to be fruitful and being able to have an impact. So this tree in the middle of the desert is a place where animals can come and take shelter from the storm, take shelter from the heat. And that's how I want to be. I want to be strong and thriving, and I want to be able to have an impact on those who I'm around. And I believe that God gives us the ability to have that and to do that through faith in Christ and kind of growing in the ways that he desires us to live. So that's the name of my podcast. I'm hoping that it will come out in the fall this year. So keep an eye out for Acacia Podcast. I already have the platform on iTunes, so that'll be the name. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Kristen, that is so cool. I love the name and the whole meaning and behind it and all. That's really cool. All right. Well, when it comes out, I can update the description in my bio, I guess. Yeah. And that's how you guys can connect and everything else. So that is cool. Well, y'all, thank you so much for joining Loc Talk.
This was fun.
Yes. Yeah. I love having Loc Talks because you get to see different perspectives and views of, why people got locks, what people think about locks, what drove them to their decision, and all of the beautiful things about locks. And of course, y'all know I'll be including their hair journey towards the end. So I do look, we'll put that on there for you guys. But thank you for joining Loc Talk, and look forward to another Loc Talk with you guys. Thank you. Bye. Oh, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share.
Love it.